walk into the gym and wing it. So essentially those are the things I wish I would have known a couple years ago. Tracking my food consistently every single day, hitting high calorie, hitting high protein, optimizing my recovery, optimizing my sleep, and not being afraid to take a rest day here and there, or maybe deload for a couple sessions. And finally adding more structure to the training. So I've really only been having 2,800 calories a day when I need 3,500. Me and my friend who trained together growing up have this conversation all the time, but it's just like, bro, imagine if we just ate more food when we were training all the time. And it's kind of sad to think that more food, more protein could have turned my transformation into so much more than what it is so far. Because now that I know this years later, I've been bulking pretty consistently, and I've gone from 142 at the end of last year to almost 180 now. For the people watching this, I'm gonna go basically slowing muscular growth. If I was granted the power to travel back in time and tell my younger self one thing, and this is something I think most skinny guys struggling to put on mass need to hear, you need to eat more.
Mike Mentzer's arm workout, who is one of the most legendary bodybuilders of all time because of the way he trained. Every single set consists of going to failure 3 times. The first is when you can't do another rep, then you hold it for as long as you can, and now you go to failure again using negative reps. And this is me trying to hold the weight up, but it was literally impossible. And by the end of it, my hands were literally shaking. And this was only the first set. And now tricep pushdowns, where we follow the exact same method.
Think of the diff as the upper body squat. You cannot beat it. It is the best pec exercise in the world, the best shoulder and tricep exercise. Dips are by far, without a doubt, they're unparalleled. They are the best exercise for pecs, delts, and triceps.
And we used to think overhead extensions targeted the long head, which beefs up the back of your arm and hangs down on a front double biceps pose. But this new study found that the overhead extension caused the most growth across all 3 heads. It caused 1.4 times more muscle growth than the press down. Does that mean you should only do overhead extensions? No, including other exercises like the press down and the kickback is still a good idea for getting enough sets in. Plus, exercise variety is important for proportional development. An overhead movement like a cable extension, dumbbell French press, or modified skull crusher should still be your #1 picks though, and contrary to popular belief, they're not just for the
arms. It was never about high workload. I think a 35, 40-pound dumbbell was all it took. Finesse. And I watched Arnold all those years when I was early in Santa Monica, and I'm thinking, I never saw him go over a 40-pound dumbbell. Some of the greatest arms I've ever seen. I'd go in the gym with a 15-pound dumbbell and teach myself how to do reps and the importance of supination and pronation. So I realized for arms, it wasn't about the weight, it was about the